Dear students, last class we have discussed about two important terms, distance and displacement. Today we will further discuss the same topic because physics in class 9 is totally different from class 8. After every 1-2 pages we have a lot of numericals based on the concept. So first you make your concept clear about distance and displacement, about a scalar and vector quantities. As we have discussed in the previous class, that distance is the total length of the path traveled by a body, whereas displacement is the shortest straight line distance between initial and final position. In this respect, I want to discuss two important questions of NCERT book. On page 100, question number 2. Question number 2 is a farmer is moving in a square field of side 10 meter and it completes one round of it in 40 seconds and total time is given 2 minutes 20 seconds. So after 2 minutes 20 seconds you have to calculate the displacement. So let us assume that ABCD is a square field and the side of the field is given 10 meter like this. Let the farmer starts moving from point A. So A is the origin. In the last class we have discussed that to describe the motion a reference point is needed. That reference point is called origin. So let the farmer start moving from point A. So A is the origin and it is given that he moves 10 meter in 40 seconds. So it covers this distance A to B in 40 seconds, then B to C 40 seconds, because it is a square field, all sides are equal, and total time is given 2 minutes 20 seconds. So 2 minutes 20 seconds means 140 seconds. So in 140 second, how much round he will complete? In 40 seconds, he start moving from A, come back to A. He will take 40 seconds. Second round, again 40 seconds. So 40 plus 40, 80 seconds. Third round, start moving from A, again come back to A, 40 seconds. So in this way, 40, 40, 40, 120 seconds. So in 120 seconds, 3 complete round. Now how many seconds are left? 20 seconds. So in 20 seconds, half round. Half round means A to B and then B to C. So he will complete 3.5 round and he will be at point C after 140 seconds. So displacement after 2 minutes 20 seconds will be AC, because A is the initial position and C is the final position. To find the displacement, we have to join these 2 points with a straight line. Now ABC is a right angle triangle, and again you have to use Pythagoras theorem to find out the magnitude of displacement. So we can write AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. When you will substitute the values, it will be root over 200. So this can be written as 10 root 2 meter. So displacement after 140 second will be 10 root 2 meter. Now I want to discuss another question of page 100, that is question number 3, that which of the following is true for displacement? It cannot be 0. So what do you think? Displacement cannot be 0. This statement is true or false? So in last class we have discussed that suppose a body is moving in a circular path. So after one complete round, if the body is moving in a circular path, suppose the radius of path is R, center O, we start moving from A, So after one complete round, as we have calculated distance is 2 pi r, simply the circumference of the circle, that is the distance covered by the object, but displacement is 0 because initial and final position are same. So the statement is displacement cannot be 0, so the statement is false. Displacement can be 0, isn't it? So you can give this example to prove it, or you can say that earlier we have taken an example that a body is moving in a straight line path. It starts moving from point O, suppose it reaches to point A. OA is suppose 60 km per hour. So it moves from O to A and then it returns back. So what will be the displacement in this case? It moves from O to A. So distance is 60 km. It returns back to O. So initial and final points are again same. So displacement is 0. But distance is 60 plus 60, it will be 120 km. So this statement is false, that displacement cannot be 0. Now the second statement is, it is given the magnitude is greater than distance traveled by the object. So magnitude of displacement, is it possible that magnitude of displacement is greater than the distance covered by the object? No, this statement is also false. You can take an example. Suppose an object moving in a straight line path. It starts moving from O, reaches to point A. Let the distance between O and A is 50 km. So it moves from O to A. So what will be the distance covered by the object? 50 km. And what will be the displacement? Displacement is also the straight line distance between initial and final position. So this distance is again 50 km. So we can say that distance and displacement may be equal, but displacement never be greater than distance, isn't it? You can think about so many examples. You can find that always displacement is less than, or sometimes it will be equal to the magnitude of distance, but it is never less than the distance traveled by the object. Sorry, greater than the distance traveled by the object. Now, next topic is uniform and non-uniform motion. But before discussing uniform and non-uniform motion, I want to give some work from NCERT book. You must go through the book. Thorough reading is needed for it, because we have a lot of numericals, and the numericals are totally based on the concept, and the physics is different from class 8. So be regular, and you don't think that it is very difficult, but if you will be regular, you go through the concept, you learn the formula, it will be easy for you and you will enjoy physics. Now your homework is page 112, question number 1 and 2. Some theoretical questions are also important, that you can get questions that differentiate between speed and velocity, distance and displacement, differentiate between scalar and vector quantities. So you must write these difference between distance and displacement, and difference between scalar and vector quantity. Okay children, in next class we will discuss about uniform and non-uniform motion. Till now you will go through NCERT book, you will solve these numericals which I have given, and you write answers of these questions, the difference between distance and displacement, scalar and vector quantities. Thank you.